Okay, thank you for inviting me to the interview for the program. And it is expected for the United States to target China in terms of the AI chips technologies. We of course, including me, of course, the market has already expected the U.S. to further to ban the China to take the advanced AI or other advanced technologies from the United States. So that's why for this move, it is within the expectations, whether it is the current Biden administration and also the coming Trump administrations. So the focus would be how China could build up its own production line or its own production line on or the research institutes on doing the to build up its own AI technologies, and also how to make use of the so-called middle countries, as written in the latest report from the U.S. to try to how to say to convince those countries to sell part or even all of the technologies that is banned by the United States to in order to for China to compete with the United States in terms of the AI.
Hmm. Well, what sort of strategies might China adapt to mitigate the impact of these restrictions on its AI and semiconductor industries with the threat or the challenge posed by the US, as you've mentioned?
Of course, first, and I've said the first question, of course, is to increase its own research strength, of course, but it would take time. So, of course, that would be second method, and is to make to make use of its good friendly relations with the especially the Middle East countries like Saudi Arabia, UAE, who are interested in investing in China. And of course, maybe not India, maybe the Middle East. Middle East would be the key. And of course, China has a very advantage in terms of taking the U.S. Advanced technologies. That is Hong Kong. Hong Kong is used to be a so-called white glove for China for many years to import and export the advanced technologies from the Western countries, no matter the chips or other advanced technologies. So that's why until this moment or in the future, not only the Middle East countries and for Beijing, I would say it would further make use of the Hong Kong to try. I won't say steal, but I would say to try to buy indirectly from so-called third parties through Hong Kong from those for the AI technology, so that it would make a very secret way to bypass all the restrictions and the legal way, so that the U.S. cannot stop it.
Hmm. Well, then, Mr. Kwok, what are the potential ripple effects that on global supply chains that would actually develop the domestic and especially in semiconductor manufacturing? Do you think that these challenges would actually encourage trade with other countries around the world, in Asia, such as Saudi Arabia, and other parts of the international community as well?
I would say, okay, for when these kind of technological and the semiconductor limitations imposed by the U.S., and now we are seeing the Western lead as a U.S.-led production line, and also another one is the China-led production line. That is okay. Of course, the U.S. and its allies control the most advanced technologies, but also the China also have a very eligible and it is competent to produce not the most advanced one, but also the middle or the low price one, because China has a very good industrial foundations, especially in the semiconducting industries. So for the best of the interest for the China, its strategy would be to take over the target, the middle, and the lower price semiconductor and the AI technologies markets. So that with the by quantity, so once the China made AI or other chips with a large of the quantity and they sell it at a fairly lower price than the US and its allies make chips and the technologies, then it would be the advantage for the China to take the developing countries because those countries and those markets could not afford a higher price, but China could sell it in a relatively lower price.
Mhm. Well, what about reshaping the global AI governance landscape? Do you think that the competition between the US and China, the tech competition, them slugging it out, do you feel that it will reshape the AI governance landscape?
Same as the geopolitical competitions. So, these two superpowers would have its own, I wouldn't say, structures. Maybe but they would have their own regulations. The regulations is not black and white. But for the US, for the West, yes, they would have the black and white on saying or banning and embargo on to exporting those technologies to China, Iran, and North Korea and Russia. But for China, for in terms of China, they would say, okay, we are targeting the middle and the chip, and we are open to the world, including the West. If you are not happy for the U.S. Discriminal policies, then you are welcome to buy Chinese technologies and AI chips, and China are welcome to do so. So we are seeing, okay, in terms of the wordings, diplomatic wordings, China will be open, and U.S. would be more limited and I would say, yeah, limited, and then targeting the China-led world. And yes, that I would say those governance we are seeing both China and US. We It is quite hard to see those superpowers would have a true cooperation in the AI governance because they are in competing the power who will lead in the AI technologies.
Yes.